Hello, and welcome. Today, we are diving into a topic that is so important but rarely talked about honestly, the myths about love, sex, and marriage. As young Christian women, we often hear mixed messages from culture, from society, and sometimes even church. These myths can shape our expectations and decisions in ways that aren't healthy or even biblical. So, in today's video, I'm going to expose some common myths. We're going to unpack the truth and help you approach love, sex, and marriage with a healthy mindset. Now, please stick with me till the end because you're going to want to hear this, because believing these myths could affect your relationships and your future. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. I'm Pastor Grace, and I make content on faith, godly relationships, femininity, living a balanced life, and so much more. So hit that subscribe button and join this beautiful community. Let's get started. So I'll break it down into 3 segments, of course: love, sex, and marriage. So let's start with love. These are some common myths that I have heard. Number 1, you need to find your soulmate to experience true love, or there's just that one person for you. This simply isn't true. You can love whomever you choose to love and make your relationship with that person work. Love is just one of the ingredients for a healthy relationship, but it's not the main factor. So there isn't one particular person on the planet that you can only experience love with. You choose who you want to love and then you make it work. For example, the Bible says in 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 39, from the New Living Translation, a wife is bound to her husband as long as he lives. If her husband dies, she is free to marry anyone she chooses, but only if he loves the Lord. Other passages also talk about a man if his wife passes on and how that he may marry. So if there was just that one person for you on the entire planet, the Bible would not be telling us that people can remarry. The next myth is that love should give you butterflies. See, now I blame movies for this one. Yes, you may be instantly attracted to someone, and that is an exciting feeling, but that does not automatically translate to love. Like I said earlier, you choose who it is that you want to love, especially as we are people of love. We already have love to give. Oh, and yes, you can involuntarily develop feelings for someone, but what you choose to do with those feelings is entirely up to you and your sane thinking. See, the butterflies will fly away, and then what do you have left? So you can't use butterflies as a criteria or as a sign that this is love. So you have to be careful with infatuation. And that you're not feeling butterflies does not mean that it's not love you're experiencing. Next myth, if they truly love you, they will change for you. False. Yes, love inspires growth. It makes one, make adjustments. But expecting someone else to change entirely for you is setting yourself up for disappointment. I always say, look at this person as they are, and then assume they are never going to change. Are you going to be okay with them as they are? It's not wise to come in with a plan to change the other person. When a man has shown you that this is who he is, this is what he can do, this is what he believes in, this is what he stands for, you best believe him. Don't make assumptions in your head of who he is, of what he can and cannot do, or of his character. If you can't live with something, then move away and move on. You're not stuck with one person, you still have options. Now let's talk about sex. A very popular myth is everybody is doing it. It's normal. It's no harmless. I can categorically tell you that everyone is not doing it. And no, it's not harmless. There are emotional, spiritual, and physical consequences to sex outside of God's design, which is for a man and his wife. See, it's worthwhile to wait till marriage. Let no one pressure you. And you don't need to have sex to gain experience. We all know how to have sex. It's innate. We started breathing and doing other natural human things without experience. More so, together with your spouse, you will both grow and explore your sex life together. No prior experience required. When the time comes, you will know what to do. And if need be, you can speak to a counselor before you get married. Next, sex is dirty or shameful. I need you to say this with me. Sex is not bad. And if you've been made to believe that, it is not true. God created sex, a beautiful thing to be enjoyed in marriage between a man and his wife. It is an enjoyable and pleasurable experience for mutual enjoyment and, of course, for reproduction. So please, sex in the right context of marriage is not an ungodly act. When you get married or if you are married, please enjoy sex with your spouse and have no guilt about it. If there's something you're not enjoying or you wish your spouse would do, then speak with them about it lovingly and respectfully. Next myth, you need to have sex to know if you're compatible or if you love me, you will have sex with me now. There are other factors that are more critical for a lasting marriage. Remember, you and your spouse, you have your entire lives together to have sex and to keep getting better at it together with yourselves. Also, sex is not a proof of love. So, no, you don't have to have sex with him to prove to him that you love him. And even him demanding that of you is a bit wild. And it tells you something about him. And finally, marriage. A very common myth is that it is wrong to desire marriage or to marry, like it's carnal. Marriage is God's idea. He instituted it. He said that it was not good for man to be alone. And I said, but Lord, he had you, like you're everything. But the Lord is like, yeah, Adam had me, but there was no one else like him. There wasn't a mate, a companion that was like him, someone that was suitable for him. And so the Lord by himself made Adam a wife. I expound a lot more on this in my free guide called Preparing and Praying. It's available on my website, _𝐒𝐿. It's in the resources tab. And you should also download it if you want to start praying about your marriage. So also the Bible says in 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 28 from the NIV, but if you do marry, you have not sinned. And if a virgin marries, she has not sinned. So please have no guilt in your heart. It is not bad to want to marry. It's not a carnal desire. It's not bad at all. Next, marriage will complete me. Now, you got to say this with me. Marriage will not complete you. Only God can complete you. And even greater than that, He has already made you complete. And that's an understanding that you need to come into. You are complete. You are whole. Marriage is a beautiful partnership, but it's not meant to fill any voids in your life. Marriage will not mend your broken heart. It will not solve your problems. It won't fix your personal issues, your insecurities, or unhappiness. All those things need to be addressed personally as an individual. You. Next myth, marriage is the ultimate goal in life. While marriage is a beautiful blessing, it's not the sole purpose for your life. Don't make it an idol in your life. There's still more to your life. There's a purpose to your life. Find it and get busy fulfilling it. The next myth, I need to achieve everything before marriage. See, Ecclesiastes chapter 4 verse 9 from the Good News Translation says, two are better off than one because together they can achieve more. There are things that marriage will help you achieve. So you prepare the fundamentals, put everything that you need to put in place, but don't let a certain perception of perfection hold you back. I have another video on how to know that you're ready for marriage. And of course, my free guide called Preparing and Praying, very helpful. It's available on my website. So I hope this video gave you some clarity because these myths can be so damaging. They form, strongholds in the mind, and it's just a whole lot. So I hope we've been able to demystify and debunk a lot of these myths. So let me know in the comment section which of these myths surprised you the most and what other myths have you heard of that perhaps I didn't mention. Let us talk in the comments below and share this video with someone else who needs to hear this. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to give it a like, leave a comment and share, and of course, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.